What's up, guys? Harrison Graham here for the Chiefs Report. Some news just dropping from the news desk here. Mecole Hardman officially out. Will not play against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Saturday, which, let's be honest, not a surprise at this point. But it is now official that Kansas City will be without Mecole Hardman for the divisional round matchup against Jacksonville. Not necessarily new territory, as they have not played with Hardman since Week 9, but certainly a disappointing result for him, as he was activated from IR before Week 18, but has not progressed enough with that pelvic injury, so he will not play. The good news is the following players are good to go. Skyy Moore, Frank Clark, L'Jarius Sneed, no injury designation, so they will all be full throttle, it appears. Clark was the one to watch this week, and Andy Reid says he looks great, so he is good to play. Now, the Jaguars' final injury report heading into Saturday, all these guys listed as questionable, and I put that in air quotes because there's no more probable. I expect all these guys to play. Brandon Scherff didn't practice earlier in the week, so maybe he's one to watch, but I would expect him to go. Like Trevor Lawrence, questionable. He's obviously going to play. A couple other guys on there. Luke Fortner was one that was maybe in doubt earlier in the week, but I think these guys are going to be good to go as well. So there you go. Some injury updates heading into this matchup. Predict the score for us, Chiefs versus Jaguars. Let us know down in the comments. Now, coming up for the rest of this show, I had previously filmed a mailbag video, so stay tuned. I answer all your questions coming up here on the Chiefs Report. Welcome into the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Harrison Graham. And on today's show, it's a mailbag. So submit your questions, hashtag Chiefs or Super Chat, and we will get to as many of your questions as we possibly can. Hashtag Chiefs Super Chat, and load them up right now here on the Chiefs Report. From Dale Webb Jr., name a defensive player that you think the Chiefs should sign or trade for this offseason. So I think a guy that I would be interested in if the price is right. I like Marcus Davenport, even though he had a bit of a down year. I think he's a pass rusher that Kansas City could look at. A guy to trade for. I mean, there's Jalen Ramsey buzz. He had that post on Instagram. Well, if this is how I went out with a bang. So maybe he gets traded from the Rams if they want to get some draft compensation back. So, those are a couple of names that just come to mind instantly, but we'll have to wait and see. From Ryan, thanks for going live. I struggle with depression, but seeing your videos, and when you go live, make my day. Go Chiefs. Ryan, I don't take comments like that lightly. If the way I view this job is kind of simple. I mean, obviously there is a business element to it, and it does put food on the table. But if I make 1-2 people crack a smile, laugh, something like that, I feel like it's all worth it. So Ryan, appreciate the kind words, and I'm always here at HGramNFL. Hit me up if anything ever pops up. From Corrupt C3, if we win against the Jags, who would you want to go against, the Bills or Bengals? Look, selfishly for home field reasons, you'd rather play Cincinnati at home, but you could also argue that you've matched up better with Buffalo. I mean, this team since last season is 0-3 against the Bengals. 0-2 last year, regular season and playoffs, lost this year. So we'll see. I don't think you can worry about who you would want to play. It's going to be a tough game. I mean, the top 3 teams especially, can't sleep on the Jags, of course, but Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, there's not much that separates these teams. I mean, they're very good. It's going to come down to the little things. Obviously, if they play the Bills, it'll be in Atlanta for that neutral site location, but, it's going to be a tough game regardless. So I would maybe lean Bengals, even though they've had less success against them, but it's very minute. Very, very minute. From Ari Gold, great character. Should the Chiefs sign Michael Thomas if the Saints release him? This is actually an interesting idea, and one I could probably get behind because, I mean, listen, you look at Michael Thomas, he has not played much at all in the last 3 years, 10 games in 3 seasons. I think the Saints will try to trade him. I don't think they're going to get much for him, and if they don't, I think signing him is something I would definitely be interested in. This would be classic Chiefs, right? Like, let Juju walk, sign Michael Thomas. Expectations aren't that high that he has 1,000 yards. I mean, that would be classic Kansas City. So yeah, if he's available to sign in free agency, 1-year incentive type of deal, I would absolutely be interested in Michael Thomas. Now, would you sign Michael Thomas? Type S for sign, P for pass. And let me be clear, I would not trade for him in his contract. But if he hits free agency, yeah, I would sign Michael Thomas. So let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel as we are trying to get to 35,500 subscribers. Just crossed 35K. Appreciate all the support helping us get there. Now let's get to 35.5 and then 36. Let's make it happen here on the Chiefs Report. So hit that subscribe button. We're going to have you covered here on this channel. Dale Webb Jr. What would it cost to trade for Chandler Jones of the Raiders? Well, number one, Dale Webb, it probably wouldn't happen to begin with just because it's an interdivision trade. But just hypothetically, I don't know, second, third round pick. Chandler Jones came on strong late in the year but didn't have his best year. He's getting a little bit older, so maybe a third round pick, hypothetically. But again, I don't think Vegas would trade him within the division. From Dennis Weisner, keep Spags or get a new DC? Could depend on how the playoffs go. I mean, if Jacksonville has their way and puts up a lot of points, win or lose, and then say they lose, Kansas City lost to either Buffalo or Cincinnati and the defense struggle, I could see a change. If the Chiefs get to at least the Super Bowl, then they probably won't make a change. And if the defense plays well, they definitely won't. I thought the defense played better down the stretch of the year. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Spags is on the hot seat, but the defense really struggles in the postseason. I could see a change potentially happen. Today's show is sponsored by LinkedIn Talent Solutions, and what LinkedIn does is they'll allow you to post your job posting for free, which will give you the best chance to hire the best candidates. These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you got to check out LinkedIn Jobs. That's where we found Trace Gerard, our producer, Trizzy Trace. He found us through LinkedIn. Boom, interviewed him. We knew it was a perfect fit, and it has played out that way. So what LinkedIn Jobs allows you to do, like I said, is post that job for free, and it gives you simple tools like screening questions, which make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs will help you find qualified candidates that you want to talk to faster. So post your job for free. It's linkedin.com/NFL Daily. LinkedIn.com/NFL Daily to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. That link will be in the description of this video. It's linkedin.com/NFL Daily. From Tylene, what position is a bigger need, defensive end or corner? You know, early in the year, I would have said defensive end. But I don't know now. I mean, George Karlaftis has really come on. Mike Danos played really well. I still would probably lean defensive end, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility of signing a vet corner. I mean, you're rolling with these young rookie corners, Trent McDuffie. L'Jarius Sneed's a third-round guy, but Jalen Watson, Josh Williams have kind of been alternating. Sounds like Watson has regained his starting job. So if the rookie corners struggle in the playoffs, I could see them adding a vet in the offseason. From Moldy and Bread, Kittle greater than Kelce. I disagree. Kittle's great. Kelce's special, historic. So I would take Travis Kelce. Pick one for us, Kelce or Kittle. Who you're rolling with? Just say Kelce or Kittle in the chat. Outside of Moldy, I expect a bunch of Kelce comments in the comments section. So curious to see where the kingdom lands. Got to defend our guy, Travis Kelce. K. Chappell, do you think we will run the ball more this weekend against the Jags? I could see it. Pacheco ran the ball pretty well against Jacksonville in Week 10. I think he had 82 yards. He did fumble, but he was getting like 5 yards a carry. So I could definitely see that. Obviously, Jarrett McKinnon, more so as a receiver, but some as a runner, has had a big role as of late. So, yeah, I mean, ideally you always want to have some balance. Will this team be a run-first team? No, but I could see a little bit more of the running game here. Joe Fazio, will CEH be back for the playoffs, or is he done? I haven't heard much there, Joe. So even if he were to get healthy and activated, I mean, he's RB3 at best at this point. Pacheco and McKinnon's your 1-2 punch. Ronald Jones is an occasional guy that can get some snaps, is fine. Maybe he's better than Rojo, I don't know, but I don't see him, surpassing McKinnon or Pacheco at this point. From Tom, if Bieniemy takes an OC job, do we still get a comp draft pick. Hashtag Chiefs. I don't think so. I think he would have to get a head coaching job. I can double check, but I think it would have to be for a head coaching job. From the Nathaniel Wheelock, who do you want to play in the Super Bowl, Philadelphia or the 49ers? I'd rather play the Eagles. I know that sounds a little crazy just because Jalen Hurts, played pretty much the whole year and was an MVP candidate for a while and, is probably a better quarterback than Brock Purdy right now. But 49ers are just a better complete team. The defense is better. Their weapons, you could argue, are just as scary. I know the Eagles have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, but the Niners have Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and Brandon Ayuk. I mean, you're going to face good weapons regardless. Christian McCaffrey's been a game changer. He's better than Miles Sanders. And, yeah, I think the big difference is the defense, too. I know the Chiefs scored 40-plus on San Francisco this season, but since that game, San Francisco's won, 11 in a row now? So I don't know. I think I'd rather take my chances with Philadelphia than San Francisco. All right, let us know in the comments, how many Chiefs games have you been to in your life? Curious to see what the kingdom has to say. And if the answer is 0, that's all right. 0 works too. That's just you being honest. Let me know how many games that you have been to. And be sure to subscribe to the Chiefs Report because it's that time of year, man. Playoffs, Chiefs, you're in this golden era of Chiefs Kingdom fandom right now. Don't take advantage of it. Don't what's the word I'm looking for? Don't take it for granted because this is a rare time for any fan base to be on a run like this. So hopefully they win, get to another AFC Championship game, and then have a chance at a Super Bowl very, very soon.